recognize that they don't sympathize, cause now they living better lives. Cause they got some money, we see them as demigods, but they'll be sleeping in that same place when that semi-fives. You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck if you richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer to me. You just another nigga to me. We both gon' die one day, you ain't no different than me.
Aiming at them ass-eating pastors, 3-piece suited up. Fuck about your status, it's gon' get you oozied up. Kingdom suffer violence while you tiptoe like a burglar. Stuff for ransom in them wallets handed from the murderer. And you never consider the po who can't afford shit. Riding under limo tent, hiding like a rodent. Bitches think they so slick, left the people hopeless. Bullets through them decorators, beat you propose with it in case you have it, no. And 44,000 ain't bringing no roses. Fuck about you penny chasers, bitch I'm a Henny taster. And I got that thing blending in it to disintegrate ya. Death to all you Jimmy Bakers for black ballers. Now hold them in them black coffins. Crimes take your crimes, ready to make.
You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck if you richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer to me. You just another nigga to me. We both gon' die one day, you ain't no different than me. 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 Ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. We both gon' die one day. You ain't no different than me.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available on both PC and mobile with Google Play Games.
I've been lied to my
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent, these niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of me? Hey look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in, cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got them worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Gotta be balls or end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah, look, it's getting real official. Seeing how them bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a Kai? Your little arms is too short to hotbox with God. French is long, team strong with them. A gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nate to oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break. On this crooked landscape, we gon' make some shake. So I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate. And they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state. In every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galosh. I trust the cracker when I meet Sasquatch. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and bob. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarak to my brothers, Yahweh Shema Lethel Hashem, Yahweh Shadow my sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge coming to you out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And what we do is we teach the Black, Hispanics, and Natives the truth, that they are God's true and only chosen people, and with being that comes with a set of responsibilities. Those set of responsibilities are us to follow the laws as instructed, and those laws show us how to love and take care of each other properly. There is a way to run a government, and that's what we are here to do in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. But if you have any questions, post your questions. Post your questions. We got a chat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to see what you're saying in the chat. I'll be able to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So post it up in the chat. Let me see some. Now that's good enough. Post your name up in the chat. Post your city, your state, your questions. You know what I'm saying? For your attendance to be counted. So you can get that name, that glorious name. You could become a part of these ranks. But today's class, we're going to talk about the truth. What is the truth? What do you believe the truth to be? If you're in class, type down what you believe the truth to be. Do you believe the truth to be just knowing that you're an Israelite? Is that the truth? You know what I'm saying? What do you believe the truth to be? So type in your questions. I'm here to answer your questions, here to solve all your problems, like General Muhammad likes to say. I'm here to solve all your problems, you know what I'm saying? Because the Isupk is the solution. And we are supposed to believe that. Y'all might think that we're cocky, y'all may think this or that, but we're supposed to think that way. If you're not thinking that way, then why are you in the organization that you are a part of? If you don't believe that you have the whole truth, why are you a part of it? You believe the truth is only in part, you only have half the truth. Then why are you a part of it? What are you really a part of? You know what I'm saying? So let's get to Numbers 16 and 1. Let me type it in the chat. "16 and 1. Post it up there. Let me share the screen. Now we're gonna read this little story of Numbers, all right? Because this story is kind of important to what we're talking about right now, all right? Let me put it on the big side. Bang. There we go. Numbers chapter 16, verse 1. And it says, "Now Korah, the son of Izar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, Dathan, Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men." So a bunch of people are grouping up. They took men. They're rallying up the troops. You know what I'm saying? They're rallying up the people. "And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel." So they band together and they got the people and they came up to Moses. They're coming up against Moses. You know what I'm saying? "With certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown." So these are Nephilims. These are straight up and down Nephilims coming up against Moses. These are people well renowned. They're famous people. They got reputations. The people look up to them. They're like your T.D. Jakes and all your pastors, your Umar Johnsons and all them. They're men of well renowned. They're men that are respected amongst the people. Verse 3. "And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation is holy." That's what these fake Israelites do. They say we take too much upon ourselves. The truth doesn't only dwell in the ISUPK. Who are y'all to say the truth is only in the ISUPK? Who is y'all to say that Commander General Yohana is third Christ? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to say these things? You're taking too much upon yourself, Moses. You know what I'm saying? And said seeing all the congregation are holy, seeing that we're all Israelites. We're all Israelites. That's what these fake Israelites are saying to Moses. They say the same thing to Moses as they say to us today. Aren't we all Israelites? Aren't we all holy? The truth is amongst the people. If that was true, the people wouldn't be doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's read. Let's continue reading. "Every one of them, and the Lord is among them." The Lord is amongst all of Israel. The Lord is amongst us all. That's what these fake Israelites are saying to Moses. We call them fake Israelites because they ain't in the truth. And these men that's coming up against Moses, they're not in the truth either. Let's continue. "And the Lord is among them, wherefore them lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord." Yes. Moses lifted himself up above the congregation. Guess what? Us and ISUPK do the same. We are not like y'all. We are not affiliated with the rest of y'all. We have no affiliation with y'all. We don't congregate with y'all. We don't be all up in y'all unity camps. Now, why? Because we do not agree. Two cannot walk together unless they be agreed, right? We do not agree with y'all. You know why? Because we know what y'all do, that y'all think y'all do in secret. You seen what just happened with a so-called leader of a so-called fake Israelite group. He now no longer calling himself an Israelite no more, because all his dirty secrets have been spilt out. All his nastiness is out to the world. And now he's no longer an Israelite. He's amongst the ranks of Esau. Because then Esau give up his heritage for a morsel of meat. And these men are giving up their heritage for a morsel of pleasure. We are not the same. Us in Isupk is not like the rest of y'all. If you got a problem with it, you can always come have a conversation with us, and we'll show you why we say what we say. I'm trying to do it to y'all right now, but you see what these people of Moses are doing. Let's see what happens, right? All right, let's see what happens. Verse 4, and when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. When Moses heard this, man, he's like, yo, he fell to his face. Like he went instantly into prayer mode. Like, yo, these dudes they wilding out here. They wilding. He knows what's about to happen. He knows what's about to happen. And he went instantly into prayer mode. Like, yo, Lord, please have mercy. Please have mercy on these people. And let's continue. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his and who is holy. So he's telling them what we tell y'all. You're coming against me, the Lord's going to show you what it is. You're coming up against me, the Lord's going to show you who is his holy and who you are. Put you in your place. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And will cause him to come near unto him, even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. So even amongst us holy people, the Israelites, there are holy amongst us. There are people that are separated from the congregation, that are chosen of the Lord. Isupk is that place. Even amongst us, there's holy amongst us. I am not equivalent to the generals. I'm not equivalent to a captain. There's even separation amongst us. Know why? That's how order is maintained. That's how order is maintained. And these dudes are coming to disrupt the order. They're coming to cause confusion, as if there's equality between them and Moses. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 6. This do, take ye censers, Korah and all his company. So they come to take censers. If you don't know what censers is, they're like incense burners, attached to chains and sticks. It's you might see the Catholic Church use something similar to it. They're like incense burners connected to chains and sticks. Those are what the censers are, right? And put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. So all these men, Moses threw it back in their face. Y'all taking too much upon yourselves. Y'all feeling a little bit, in your britches. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really are getting prideful. Y'all thinking that y'all something that y'all not. And the Lord's going to have to show you who is who. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would want it to come to that, but some people want it to come to that. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how some of these fake Israelite groups think. It's crazy to me. I don't understand it personally, but if you got any questions, type them on in the chat. Let's get back with it. Verse 8, and Moses said unto Korah, hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi, seemeth it but a small thing unto you. Like, this is no big deal, that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation. See, y'all thinking that y'all too big. You know what I'm saying? Separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. See, y'all, the Most High put y'all in a certain position. Now y'all thinking y'all better than everybody else, and y'all even thinking y'all better than me. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 10. And he have brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also, for which cause both you and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him? See, y'all coming against y'all. The Lord put y'all in a certain position, and now y'all think y'all better than everybody else. So y'all even coming against Aaron. Y'all coming up against me. Y'all coming up against the Lord, because the Lord put us in these positions, and y'all coming up against these positions. So this is what you're doing in the world. Let's bring this to modern day. When y'all are out there speaking against the Isupk, y'all are speaking against the Lord. Y'all are speaking against the Most High. The Most High put us in this position. That's why we are the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no brother out here in the Isupk buying peg sets for his woman, or being a cup for his woman to sleep with Caucasian men. I don't know nobody in the Isupk that's killing the sisters of the Isupk. I don't know nobody that's doing that. I don't know nobody in the Isupk that is on websites trying to purchase transgendered white men. I don't know nobody in the Isupk doing that. But you other groups out there doing all manners of madness, smoking, buying prostitutes, doing all types of insanity. And y'all say y'all got the truth. Y'all say y'all got the truth. Y'all do not have no truth. The truth does not dwell in y'all because of the way y'all living. But let's get back with this. And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and which said, we will not come up. It is a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of a land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us. See, this is what's disgusting about a lot of people today. Y'all not willing to suffer with your people. So y'all start whining about how good it was in captivity. Oh, we had food, we had water, we had everything. Land that was flowing with milk and honey. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were dependent on your oppressors, just like y'all are today. Y'all were dependent on Egypt, just like y'all are dependent on America. If God told us today to go home, y'all would not do it because y'all too scared to leave the comfort of America, which is not even comfortable. You got to watch your back every 10 seconds. I don't understand the comfort that y'all see, but y'all getting comfortable in the position that your oppressors are putting you in. You know what I'm saying? So they are complaining to Moses that he took them out of this land of milk and honey and put himself above the people so he could be a prince of the people. That is a bold thing to say. That is blatantly going against the Most High. Because all that was not the work of Moses. It was the work of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 14. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. So they basically disrespected Moses at this point. You know what I'm saying? And in disrespecting Moses, you're disrespecting the Most High. But let's continue. And Moses was very wroth and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. You know what I'm saying? Moses is basically saying that he hasn't harmed no one, he hasn't done no one dirty, but they are coming up against him for no reason. So he's praying for the Lord to have his back, praying for the Lord to make an example out of him. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And Moses said unto Korah, Be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow. So everybody's going to have their censers tomorrow. They're going to do their thing, right? They're going to light the censers, and we're going to see who the Lord's with. And take every man his censer and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer. 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, which of you his censer. I mean, each of you his censer. So everybody's going to have their censers, right? 252 men. Moses, Aaron, and the 250 men, right? And they took every man his censer and put fire in them and laid incense thereon and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. So the Lord is showing himself right now. You know what I'm saying? Not like, you may think, but let's continue reading. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. So the Lord is telling you who he chose. He chose Moses and Aaron. And he's telling them to separate themselves from them. See, that's a beautiful thing. God is not about unity. He's not about this giant melting pot that America is about. No, the Most High is about separation. That's what holy means. So separate yourself from this congregation so he could destroy him in one go. And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? So they're praying. They're like, yo, the whole congregation is not at fault here, right? The whole congregation not at fault. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. So these three men are about to fall. And if you stand with them, you're going to fall too. And that's what we've been telling y'all from the beginning. These leaders of these fake groups, they are all going to fall. And if you stand amongst them, if you stand with them, they're going to fall too. They're going to fall too. Every last one of them. You seen one just fell. Gloriously. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. So just like it says in Revelation, man, we got to, come up out of them, my people. And that's what Moses and the Most High was saying to the people. Come up out of it. Come up out of the tabernacles of Dathan, Abiram, and Korah. Come up out of it. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, where are we at? Okay, here we go. From the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. Verse 27. So they get up. That is one black way of spelling it. See, I told y'all the Bible's a black book. The Bible's a black book. So they get up from the tabernacles of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. On every side, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their children. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. So he's telling them straight up, like, y'all think I brought you out of Egypt for y'all to suffer? This ain't my doing. This is the Lord's doing. Now y'all about to see. You know what I'm saying? Verse 29, if these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. So he even up the ante. If these dudes die a normal death, then the Lord hath not sent me. I am not of the Lord. Everything that y'all believe I done. He's up in the ante. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord could have just let them die normally. Nah, he's up in the ante. He knows the Lord about to do something spectacular. And let's continue. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them. That means everything they own, everybody that's a part of them, their whole family, everything. And they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. He didn't say provoked him. He said they provoked the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to tell y'all fake groups. Y'all come up against us. Y'all not coming up against us. Y'all not coming up against us. Y'all coming up against the Lord. And we're trying to make y'all understand that. Don't be the next pegging kit king, man. Do not do that. Let's continue. And it came to pass as he made an end of his speaking, the end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them. So the ground just caved in. The ground just caved in under these three men. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up and their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. So everything that belonged to them was gulped up and gone. Gulped up and gone. You know what I'm saying? And they all, Salakia, they and all that appertain unto them went down alive into the pit, and the ground closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. You got to separate the evil from us, man. You got to separate the evil from us. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them. For they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. So they learned themselves something that day. They didn't want no parts of the doctrine of Korah. They wanted no parts of it. They understood it was hell for them. And that's where a lot of y'all are under, the doctrine of Korah. They're not in the truth. They're not in the truth at all. Let's go to Romans 12, 3 and 5. Let's go to Romans 12, 3 and 5. Let's see if we can get there. Well, I said 3 and 5, right? In fact, let's start at 2. Let's start at 2. And in fact, let's start at 1. You know what I'm saying? This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. What does that mean? What is that telling you? What is that telling y'all? What is this, shalom, what is this reasonable sacrifice? The verse I was just reading, sister, was number 16, and it was all the way down to like, from the first verse all the way down to like 26 or something. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back. Right now we in Romans 12. So let's get with it. Let me type it up in the chat. We start from the first verse. You know what I'm saying? The first verse. If you got any questions, type them on in. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. This is the least you can do. It is a reasonable thing to do. What does it mean to sacrifice your body? Make it a living sacrifice. What does that mean? What's a living sacrifice? No answers, no answers. A clean, purified body? Nah, well, no, but yeah. But give me more on that. Give me more on that. What does it mean, a clean, purified body? What does that mean? Because this is important, because this verse is not exactly understood. A lot of people will overlook this verse and claim that you don't have to help the poor. I'm kind of giving you a clue. No answer yet? I know there's a little delay. But let me break it down for time's sake. For one, you got to sacrifice your body because you ain't going to be able to do what you want to do. Free from sin, then you're absolutely right. Then, if that's what you mean by a clean, purified body, yes, you got to stop sinning. You got to become a whole new person. You got to stop sinning, and then you got to sacrifice your body to help your people. You got to sacrifice what you want to do on your Saturdays to teach your people. That's what you got to do. That's the least you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's the very least as priests and prophets of the Lord that we can do. Let's continue. And be not conformed to this world, and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. See, you see what that's saying right there? There's a way for us to be perfect. The Christian church will tell you not to be perfect, but there's a way to be perfect. So let me read it again. And be not conformed to this world. That means do not be a part of this world. Don't be like the rest of this world, man. What is the rest of this world into? The rest of this world is into eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. The rest of the world is okay with sexual deviancies and stuff like that. The rest of this world is okay with drug use and celebrating holidays, so forth and so on. Don't conform to this world. You know what I'm saying? And be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have to switch up your whole mind, your whole way of thinking. Because back in the day, I was a womanizer. I used to do what I want. I used to eat pork. I had to change my whole mind state. I had to switch things up, tighten up a few screws. You know what I'm saying? I had to do all that. And you do too. A lot of these cats out here, they don't do that. They start up camps with their whole lust and desires in their mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to join the ISUPK because the ISUPK don't allow, weed smoke. We don't allow cigarette smoke. We don't allow none of that. We don't allow you going out there to strip clubs and prostituting. We don't allow that. We don't allow homosexuality. We don't allow pedophilia. We don't allow any of the nastiness that you desire that made you create your own Israelite organization. We don't allow it, but that's why y'all do it, because we don't allow that in here. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not willing to renew your mind, as the scripture is saying, to become perfect, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. See, we got to be that evidence. And the Isupk is the only evidence you can see of that perfect will of God. I challenge anybody to find a flaw in us. Challenge anybody to do it. Y'all been trying since 1969 to do it, but y'all can't. But let's continue. Verse 3. For I say, though the grace given unto me to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Now, don't get too big for your britches. And us saying that, and nothing, us saying that we are the home of the truth is only amongst us. Commanding General Yohana is third under Christ. It goes God, Yahushua, and Commander General Yohana. That's the rank and order of our society today. And since nothing has happened to us, guess what? I guess it's not too big for us to say. It's not too big for us to say. Lord knows we prove it. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. There's many people in the Isupk, but we don't have the same office. Some brothers are good at security. Some brothers are good at cooking. Some brothers are good at helping other people. Some brothers are great teachers. You know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. We all have our own offices. So we being many are one body in Christ. So us in the Isupk being many, we are that one body of Christ. Let me explain something. Y'all like to flip this and say this means every Israelite. No. The last verse I proved in Numbers proved that we are not, this body is not every Israelite. This body is those who follow Christ. This body is those who follow Christ. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. So we being many are one body in Christ, and everyone members one of another. So we still work as a unit. We still work as a unit. We got to work as a unit. The rest of y'all don't work as a unit. Y'all not one body. And let me explain. Yeah, there's issues within your organization right now. There's backbiting. There's all types of salacious traitors. You know, there's people who plan on splitting off from your group and making their own group right now. There's somebody who don't even believe what you're teaching. You don't even got the same teachers in one organization. It's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all not one body, y'all not one spirit, y'all not one mind, but us in the Isupk, we teach the same thing. There's going to be a brother somewhere tonight. He's going to be teaching the same thing. We don't defer from our teachings. You know what I'm saying? We do not defer from them. But let's continue. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the portion of faith. So there's brothers who are good at prophesying, right? Or ministry. Let us wait on our ministering on he that teacheth on teaching. We have people who are good at teaching. We have people, so forth and so on. You could read the rest of this, but you're going to understand that everybody has their office, everybody has their place and their duty, and they follow. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us one body, because the bottom line is we might have different jobs, but we're going to do it because we follow orders. Might have different gifts, but we're going to do it because we're the same, because we all going to follow orders. We got a common objective in mind, and that's to raise up Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, raise us up to being the royal people that we are, to be those holy people that we are. That is the objective. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get 1 Corinthians 6. Let's get 1 Corinthians 6. Let's get 1 Corinthians 6. Let's go with 14. Let's go down to 14. Should I start before 14? No, let's start with 14. If y'all got any questions, y'all can always type them in. And God hath both raised up the Lord and will also raise up us by his own power. So the Most High raised up our King Christ. You know what I'm saying? He raised up our Lord. Salaki for that. Commander General Yohana ain't give himself that position. That position was given to him because every other man fell out of this truth. Started chasing money, started chasing filthy lucre, and left him to hold the reins, left him to hold the flag up, him and just a few brothers. And now look at the Isupk now. The Lord has not forsaken this place. Because of the lust of other men, they thought that this place will fall, but no, there was a man raised up to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Like all of us, we are those members of Christ. I know the Christian church like to make something spooky-ooky out of it, but nah, we don't do that. We are those members of Christ. Only we. You got to get your mind out of that Christian mindset. This ain't Christianity. We are soldiers up in here. You know what I'm saying? And that man was raised up because he had an order to hold this joint down. And he followed that. Let's continue. Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of a harlot? God forbid. See, this is what y'all did when y'all left us. Y'all started dealing with harlots. Y'all started dealing with harlot doctrines. You know what I'm saying? That's why we are very tight in the Isupk. We don't even want to let harlots in here. We don't want to destroy the ranks that is in here right now. The ranks, this is a very righteous and separate place. We don't want to filthy it. That's why it's not easy to get into the Isupk. It's not easy to join these ranks. A lot of y'all fall out before y'all can even get a name. A lot of y'all fall out before y'all can even become a trooper. And then y'all learn what y'all learn and y'all make up your own doctrine. Make up your own doctrine off the little bit that y'all learned from us that the Lord is going to snatch away from you anyway. That little bit of knowledge that you learned from us is going to disappear. And now you got an Israelite group that knows absolutely nothing, that's trying to challenge the home of the truth. And all you do is look bad. All you do is look bad. Let's continue. Let's continue. Verse 16. Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? Like when you sleep with a harlot, you are joined to that harlot forever. That is now your woman. You got to worry about her sleeping with other men and stuff like that. That is a rough life. So why would I want this body of Christ to be joined unto a harlot? You can't muddy up these ranks. You can't muddy up the ranks. The ISUPK is the home of the truth for a reason. And putting a harlot up in here, oh. And it's not, this is a spiritual talk too. This is a spiritual talk. Harlot's not necessarily referring to somebody that sells their box. This is a spiritual thing. A harlot is anybody that goes against the Lord's laws. Anybody that goes against the Lord's laws, they are harlots. So why would I want a homosexual up in these ranks, a pedophile up in these ranks? Why would I want a sexual deviant of any kind up in these ranks? Why would I want a brother eating pork up in these ranks? Why would I want that? Why would I want that? We don't even want a brother smoking weed up in these ranks, cigarettes, none of that. Anybody who breaks the Lord's laws is a harlot. There are no harlots in the ISUPK. None. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. For two, saith he, shall be one flesh. So you join, you have a harlot join these ranks. It can only go one or two ways. They are no longer a harlot, or we will fall. The ISUPK will fall if a harlot ever joined these ranks. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's finish 17. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit. See, that's why we telling y'all. If you are joined to the Lord, you are one spirit with the Lord. That's why Christ said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, so we can have that same spirit as the Lord. Why you think we are formed in a military format? Because the Lord is a man of war. That's his spirit. And that spirit should be on all of us. Ain't no clapping your hand congregation like the Christian church. No, we don't do that here. This is a military. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that, but stay in Corinthians. Let's go to what chapter is it? I think it's 12. Let's go to 12. I believe it's 12. We can go down as far as 1 on this one. I remember this one now. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members that are one body, being many, are one body, also, so also is Christ. This is how you really recognize who is that one body of Christ. We tell everybody that we are that one body of Christ, but they don't understand what we mean when we are saying that. I mean, we are saying we do as Christ does. We do as he does. That's the whole point. He taught us how to follow the law by being an example. So that's how we become perfect, is by doing what he done. Christ never ate pork, so why are you okaying it to eat pork? Christ never slept with whores. Why are you sleeping with whores? Christ never ran up on brothers and, extorted them. You know what I'm saying? He never did any of that. That's the point of being the one body right there. Bear with me one sec. Okay. Let's continue. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body. What does it mean to be baptized into that one body? For by one Spirit, we are all baptized into that one body. What does that mean? Anybody knows what it means? Let me break it down. We are all taught the same. We all go by that through the same fire. We are instantly a brotherhood by going through the same fire and going through the same lessons. Baptized, it doesn't mean to be dipped in water because that ain't going to change you. But that fire, those challenges, those, you know what I'm saying, those lessons, that's what's going to change you. You dip a homosexual in water, he's just going to be a wet homosexual. But if you teach him that homosexuality is wrong, you show him the error of his ways, that could change him, man. That could straight up and down change him, man. Let's continue. It's like it was. Okay, I see where I was. Whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one spirit. What does that mean? You got to understand what Gentiles mean, because a lot of Christians will run with this and say, look, other nations can be saved. No, Gentiles doesn't necessarily mean other races and nations of people. No. Remember, Israel was spread it out throughout the whole earth. We were spread it out throughout the whole earth, and now some of us live a Gentile lifestyle. Most of us do. Most of us are Americans instead of Israelites. We're Jamaican instead of an Israelite. We're English from England instead of an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? We are living and calling ourselves Gentiles. Whether we be bond or free or have been all made to drink into one spirit, we all are going to go through this fire. We all have a law to follow. You know what I'm saying? But once you come up in here, you have no choice but to follow. While you out there enjoying your Gentile ways, you do that. But once you come up in here in Isupk, you have no choice but to follow the laws and be up under that one spirit, to go through these lessons, to go through that fire. Put on that all black for 6 months. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But for the body is not one member, but many. We are not, the body is not just one member. Because what could get done if you're just a finger? If you're just a finger, what could the finger by itself possibly do? The finger needs a brain to tell it to do something. You know what I'm saying? You can't clap without both hands coming together. How can you dance if your legs ain't moving? We are many members to make a body, not just one. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, can the foot say, put like this, nobody's job is better than the others. We all need each other. That's why we are telling y'all to come up in this one body, start following the Lord's laws as Christ has taught us. But if the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? No, the hand is still a part of the body. It's still got a job to do. The foot still got a job to do. The foot shouldn't be jealous of the hand because the hand's putting in this type of work. That's not your job. That's the hand's job. You know what I'm saying? Your job doesn't make you any less or better than another person in this body. We have an objective. Let's do it. But some of y'all camps out there, some of y'all foots are jealous of your hands. Some of the foots are jealous of their hands, and that's why they breaking off and trying to make their own bodies, but all they have is foots. And nothing's moving. And nothing's moving at all. Let's continue. If the body shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body. Oh, I already read that part, my fault. And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? So forth and so on. Like, yo, you got to think the body is, everybody has its parts. Everybody got his job to do. The body can't operate perfectly if somebody's doing something different than what they are supposed to do. And that's the point. Do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of thee. We all need each other. In the Isupk, we all need each other. There's counseling services for us to make sure that we get along. You know what I'm saying? So this body won't be like every other body out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's drop down to 22. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. So the answer to all those questions that you read from 15 on down to 22 is a bunch of, questions. Is one part of the body better than the other? The answer is no. Much more these members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. Every part of the body is necessary, no matter how feeble you may believe it to be. Even the tonsil that y'all had ripped out of your bodies had a point. It had a purpose. Your kidneys have a purpose. Lungs have a purpose. Your fingers, your toes, your eyes, your eyelashes, eyebrows, they all have purpose. You know what I'm saying? No matter how unnecessary you think they might be, they all have purpose. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon thee we bestow more abundant honor, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. So no matter how ugly or beautiful, this is for sisters, no matter how ugly or beautiful you think your body parts are, they have a purpose. And they have a beauty within them that's supposed to shine, but you don't know how to shine them. Because you're seeing your beauty through another person's eyes. You know what I'm saying? You're out there getting BBLs and nose jobs and all types of things done to you just so you can look more like them. It's crazy to me. But every part has its place and every part has its own beauty. You know what I'm saying? For our comely parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to that part which lack. See, where you lacking something, you're going to pick up in somewhere else. That's how the body's made. You know what I'm saying? Like if you start losing your vision, all of a sudden your hearing gets better. Your sense of smell gets better. You know what I'm saying? Where you lack, you're going to pick up in other areas. You know what I'm saying? 25. That there should be no schism in the body. There should be no schism amongst any of us. What is a schism? A schism is a disagreement, a conflict. There should be no schism amongst the body. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if your hand starts to see. You know, your hand starts trying to dig out your eyeball because it wants to see. And your brain has no control over either. They will say you have a mental illness. They'll say there's something wrong with you. So all these fake Israelite groups out there that have schisms in them, guess what? There's something wrong with you. There's an illness amongst your people. That's why, you know what I'm saying, cats are out there, you know, starting from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Starting their group from the beginning and calling themselves, you know what I'm saying, the first book of the scriptures. Because there was a schism. There was a schism. And there's no schisms in the ISUPK. If there is, we will deal with it our way. And it will get dealt with instantly. Because this body cannot fall. We are the last hopes of Black, Hispanics, and Natives. If this school falls, then just know that you're going to be a slave forever. We're going to be on the bottom forever. But let's continue. Well, y'all could read more. Y'all could read more. But I'm going to drop down to 27 real quick. Know ye that the body of Christ and members in particular, and God have set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps government, diversities of tongues, are all apostles, are all prophets, are all teachers, all are workers of miracles. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Know why? Because we have the same agenda. I might not be a good prophet. I might not be a good minister. I might not be good at something, but as long as I'm doing my job, we are hitting the same objective. So if if a brother that's better than me prophesies, I ain't going to go against what he prophesies. It's not even my job to do so. You know what I'm saying? I just know I was taught what he was taught. And if he said it, it's true, because I was taught the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians 2. Let's go to Ephesians 2. Let's start at 18, if I'm correct. All right, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 18. Hold on one second. Let me see if anybody asked any questions. What is a schism? Oh, see, perfect question, sis. Perfect. Let me search it up. Let me search it up for you. All right, let me share it. Let me share it. Schism, according to the Oxford Language Dictionary. Schism, noun, a split or division between strongly opposed sections or parties caused by differences in opinion or belief. That's what a schism is. Where one end of their body goes against the other. That's what a schism is right there. Shalom, shalom, what's going on? You spell shalom wrong. There's no O in shalom. There's two A's, two A's. S-H-A-L-A-M, shalom. But let's get with it. Ephesians 2. Let's start with oh, I was supposed to type it in the chat. Lock it. You're welcome. Ayundabar. See, you got to keep it on the Hebrew. I seen I had a little connection issue. All right. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 18. For though him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Through Christ we have access to the Father. What does that mean? That means we're getting another chance out here. You know what I'm saying? Now, therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of God. See, you got to remember what you was taught. We all know that no stranger could come into the congregation of Israel. What does it mean by that stranger? That stranger talking about outsiders. That stranger talking about Asians, East Indians, so forth and on. So the strangers here, no, this is a different type of stranger. These are strangers that are of the same olive tree. You know what I'm saying? Their branch might have fell off, but they could get put back on. You know what I'm saying? These are the same strangers and foreigners. You know what I'm saying? But fellow citizens with the saints. You know, the saints can only be Israelites. If you're a fellow citizen with the saints, which is an Israelite, that means you got to be an Israelite too. And of the household of God. Who is of that household of God? Who is of that household of God? He only chose one set of people. One set of people he called his children. And those are the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahushua Hamashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. So understand this, that household, Yahushua Hamashiach is the chief cornerstone of that. You know what I'm saying? The prophets and the apostles throughout the book, they laid down the foundation for us to learn from. They laid down that foundation. And Isupk is built upon that foundation. We follow these prophets. We follow these apostles. We do what they say do. We teach what they taught. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord. See, we are that holy temple. The Isupk is that holy temple. And if you don't believe it, that's okay. We don't need you to believe that we are that holy temple. I just hope that whatever you are a part of, you believe that is. If it's not, then why are you a part of it? If that is the place that you find to be perfect in the sight of the Lord, stay there. Because I'm going to stay here. And sooner or later, you're going to be just like those people who follow the doctrine of Korah. And you're going to have to stand in front of us one day with your censers and your incense, and the Lord's going to show you who he's with. Remember, Isupk is undefeated. Who has brought us down? Who has proved us wrong? Who? Let's continue. Verse 22. In whom ye also are builded together for habitation of God through the Spirit. Where does God dwell? God dwells in that body. That one sinless, perfect body, which is the Isupk. That's where God dwells. That's why we say we're the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say we're the home of the truth. Let's drop that. How much time I got? I really got no time. Damn. Time flies by. Time truly does fly by. But yo, this is the Isupk show out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm going to continue this next week. You know, Dylan said I had a temple, but in my granddaddy don't know what that means. But with that, shalom. Don't forget to make your check-ins. Don't forget to pay your tithes. Don't forget we got a cookout going on in New York. Stay tuned for more details. With that,